Why are reporters so fucking dumb? Like, do you have to take a class to be a fucking idiot reporter? Because then I would totally pass. Oh wait, let me have a sip of my beverage first before I get started. Getting a little parched. Jay's a little parched. And if you're wondering what it is, it's Smurf semen. If you jerk off Smurf, this is what you'll get. They're shooters. They'll cover you. They'll cover you. I'm telling you right now. Pop a Smurf. I jerked them off. I needed the protein. I'm sorry. And yes, they will actually produce this much. But whatever. So this weekend in America is a rough weekend. You know, about past 72 hours, we had two major shootings in one night. Okay, two major shootings in one night. It's not the usual day where we have one horrible, you know, tragic mass shooting that we're all kind of used to, and we kind of, this is how we react now to them. It's kind of like, you know, did you hear about that shooting that happened today, that breaking news, that 500 nuns that were all blind and, you know, paralyzed, that were just shot down in their wheelchairs in some bizarre mass in this church? Did you hear about that? Yeah, I did hear about that. But you know what, I also heard that Taylor Swift was spotted with Joe Jonas. I think something's going on there. I know he's married. That's our fucking train of thought right now. We're so ADD about it. It's normal. Okay, it's like asking somebody to, did you take your morning piss or shit? Yes, I took my morning shit this morning, as my neighbors can attest to. They're still vomiting out their windows right now. It's not my fault I wanted chili. Fuck off. Okay, so, but these reporters were just, I mean, I know what they were doing. They were vamping for time, and they were trying, and I'm sure they have to ask some dumb questions that even they know are dumb, but they were asking the stupidest and pontificating on the most dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. So in the El Paso, Texas shooting, I saw two women who were, two Hispanic women who were bringing candles to a vigil. So of course, dumbass reporter has got to strike, right? So it goes up to him, and they have to do that condescending, we're so sorry tone, like, hi, yeah, this is how we learn to talk in media school. Yeah, really, to pretend like we give a flying fuck about anything that's happening. We see tragedy all the time. As a matter of fact, it pays our bills. My kids are gonna go to a great college because all these horrible things that are happening that we cover. But anyway, back to your tragedy and your loss. So they start. The first question they go to is like, "What made you decide?" This is Sanchita Gomez, and this is Taco Grande. I don't know what their names were. I have no idea. Ladies, why did you decide to bring candles down here tonight? Dumb question number one. Okay, I would just guess, as an average viewer, that if there was a mass shooting or some horrible incident that happened somewhere, people might bring candles to A, stick them up their ass. No, that's not it. B, make funny candle hats and then do a silly jig outside of the tragedy. No. Or C, do a candlelight fucking vigil to honor the victims and just, you know, have a place to mourn. That's what I would think. So, of course, they go, well, we want to show support for our community and we just wanted to, you know, really be there for everybody. What are you feeling tonight? That was the next question. What are you feeling after 20 people shot, killed in a Walmart here in El Paso, Texas, not somewhere else, not where you were thinking, not in Wisconsin, not in Iceland, but here, your community. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? We think he's bad, he's very terrible, and we don't know. And this guy could not let up. He was just going on and on. He's like, do you think the community is upset tonight? No, 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 no. Why would the community be upset tonight? Why would that? It's the most ridiculous thing ever. Why? Do you think the community is upset tonight? I think they're a little miffed. That's what I would have said. Like, I think they're a little irked by this. I don't know. I don't know if upset is the word I would use. I wish I was there. I swear to God, if that reporter would ask me that stupid shit, why'd you bring candles here tonight? Because I know the stone of Ramthar is near, and I have to see it. There's a troll behind you. There's a troll behind you. I can light the way. Follow me to the land of Falala. What the fuck? The fuck? I brought a candle because I'm trying to honor these victims, okay? That's what I'm trying to do. And it just gets worse from there. Like, when there's ever a tragedy, any kind of tragedy, you know what I'm talking about. These reporters have to stay on the air way too fucking long. Listen, tell us shit when you know shit, okay? When you're like, okay, what happened? We know who did it? Okay, let's break in. Let's break in right now. Okay, we know who did it. It was this asshole right here. We're going to show a picture later. Fill every relative that he knows inbox with hate mail and shit like that because they probably had something to do with this fucked up upbringing. And we'll argue about guns at 10 o'clock. But right now, it's back to The Bachelor. I mean, that's how it should be. I mean, it really should. These reporters were just talking about their feelings about being in the studio. I saw these two, a man and a woman, it's like, I'm going to tell you what I did tonight, Donna. Okay, granted, they're El Paso Texans or whatever like that. Okay, fine. And it's in their vicinity where it happened. But You're in a fucking studio. You don't know anybody that was killed. You don't know anybody that was hurt. They wanted to do this shit. You know, it's just such a hard night tonight. And we're going to get through this as a community, as a people. And yeah, I really had to take a break from looking at my phone for a minute, and I had to really think about this. And then the guy does his number. He's like, well, Donna, I'm going to tell you. What did I do when I heard the news with this today? I cried. I cried all over my Mercedes. I cried. I cried on the way thinking about, that 6-figure salary I'm going to make reporting on this and just reporting nonsense drivel all fucking night. Yeah, I cried. I cried. He wanted a fucking, what do you want, a medal for crying? I can make him cry. I'll rip out his pubic hair with my bare hand. That'll make him cry. What are you talking about? I mean, they act like. And another point, the male reporter goes, he's like one of these little Ken doll reporters, with a slicked over brown hair, not a thought in his head. He wouldn't have a thought. The only thoughts are on the piece of paper in front of him. He's good at reading other people's thoughts. But if that teleprompter went blank, he would drool, fart, and pass out. I'm telling you, right in his face. That's what would happen. And so he goes, by the way, I wanted to say personally that some people have come over, neighbors came over to tell my wife what a good job I was doing on the air. And I want you neighbors of mine to know that I know you're watching and I know you appreciate it. Well, I'm sure that makes all the people who are wondering if their relatives are dead and fucking bloody in Walmart right now make you feel really wonderful that your neighbors cared enough to go to your fucking bitch wife who probably is, banging not only the pool boy, but the plumber and some, midget hitchhiker she picked up because she's probably a secret nympho. The fuck? What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? And then they have to go to the speculation part before they know anything. So that's another favorite part of mine. They're like, so, we're not sure yet, but what are we thinking about the shooter? Do you think this was an act of, would we call this terrorism? No, we would call it, I don't know, we would call it breakdancing boogaloo. I don't know what the fuck. Yes, we would call it an act of terrorism. If somebody does something horrible to somebody else, you are terrorizing that person. It's an act of terrorism. What the fuck are you talking about? And then another favorite part of mine, I have a lot of favorite parts, obviously, is, I think our community is going to pull together, and we're going to have a conversation about macrame, the lost art. Yeah, I really was into it when I was a kid. I know, don't call me a fag or anything like that, but I liked macrame. I really did. And, about the shooting? Yeah, I mean, what the fuck are you going to do? It's America. We love it, but, shit. So, I don't know. It was just going on and on and on. And then the politicians come out. And that's another thing. So I had this Beto O'Rourke, or whatever like that. Listen, I can't help but think every politician is full of fucking shit. I'm sorry. Even a guy I might agree with, like a Beto O'Rourke, who has to go at this point, and he just happened to have a camera in front of him. He ran away from his own rally, by the way. Ran away from his rally to go to be, I guess he used to be like a congressman over there or something like that. Okay, fine. They're your people, your community, fine. I don't even know if he's really from there. Fucking rents a condo there probably like that. But he goes out there and he's like, yeah, I had to have some hard talks with some families back in that hospital. The first hard talk being, who the fuck are you? Do you know where my family is? I said no. They're like, well, get the hell out of my face. And it was hard. It was really difficult. But, this is the fault of, obviously, Martha Stewart. I mean, obviously she is sending subliminal signals to people through that god-awful show of hers. I mean, listen, she has changed Snoop Dogg from a gangster to a guy who likes to bake a hot, fresh, delicious, heartwarming apple pie like your grandma used to make. She's evil and she needs to be stopped. Why are you guys leaving? Why is everybody leaving? What's happening? What? And then, you had the mayor or whoever, saying, like, we will get through this. We will be okay. And, we're a great community. The people here love each other. And for something like this to happen here is truly awful. Oh, so are you going to do anything about guns? Well, I mean, that's a conversation that needs to happen when more people die. I mean, this was, come on, let's not be ridiculous. What do you mean? I mean, I get some money from these motherfuckers. Like, I know, I'm not getting off a tangent. If you're a Republican and all that, I really don't care. I'm just saying that it's getting a little out of hand. But just the faux, oh God, they were killing time. Another part, they had a woman translating. I don't think she even knew what she was talking about. She was translating. Beto O'Rourke, one of these politicians, was speaking in Spanish. So they would start off speaking in English, and address the reporters, and then they go, okay, now siente, I don't know, uno papachula cinco, dos, tres, años cinco, seis, enero, febrero, marzo, hace frío y nueve. Yeah, that meant I'm really sorry to everybody. That's what it meant. It didn't? Okay. So there he's speaking in Spanish at a certain point, and they didn't know he was going to on whatever broadcast this was. So then the one Spanish speaking reporter, they push her ass in front of the fucking monitor. She's like, "Well, I was on my break. What? He is saying that he is sorry about the shooting. This yogurt is so good. You guys should try. Oh yeah, back. He also is. He's saying that it is not that geeky to attend a Star Trek convention, but I should talk more about the shooting. He is now saying that sometimes his testicles stick to his thigh at night when he is sleeping. Yes. And people are throwing things at him now. And now he is just making really horrible ethnic jokes about Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, and blind children. It's just getting ridiculous. Should we just stop this at this point? But you know what? So you get what I'm saying. Listen, I know we need to revamp reporters a little bit. You got to cover the tragedy. You got to ask some stupid questions. But you don't have to be on air for 5 hours asking not just stupid questions, inane questions, questions that we already know the fucking answers to. If there's a tragedy, yes, someone is sad. You don't have to ask them how they feel about it, because I guarantee you no one ever is dancing in front of the camera after a tragedy when some reporters held a microphone and said, well, how do you feel about the tragedy? It was like one of the best. It was serious. Okay, it was like the top 5 tragedy. Okay, when all those like blind orphan children were burned alive in that orphanage like 2 weeks ago now. Okay, that was kind of cool. But this tragedy right here was the best fucking tragedy ever. Dude, tragedy. Fucking, it's horrible. This is gonna be the fucking video that gets me banned. I guarantee it. But yeah, so just fucking stop. And you know what? On a serious note, yes, my condolences to everybody who's lost somebody. I can't imagine what they're going through. I'm not going to offer my thoughts and prayers because I don't think my thoughts and prayers would do anything for them. But yeah, it's a horrible, horrible situation. All I can tell you is I have no idea what you guys are going through. In El Paso, Texas, and Dayton, Ohio, which was the second shooting that night. I don't know. I hope to never know. And if there was anything I could ever do, I would do it. And I wouldn't ask stupid questions about it.